costs for a rest stop or navigation center, separate line. And yet to be fleshed out operationally.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm trying to distill where we agree. I don't think that we need to take a vote. I think that we can provide consensus around where we're able to move forward now, and then keep talking about where we don't agree.
Just see if any of your comment, any questions so far.
One that sticks out, so I think as far as trying to get the numbers, I feel pretty clear direction, and I think that a lot of this, as far as the conversations that we referenced started today, and they've obviously gone on before, but I think we're really digging into it with a little more clarity today. So I feel pretty confident with that. Specifically on the day center, I think it's important for us to know the clear direction on, are you looking to serve, because where we've been going and where I've been going with the day center conversation is just trying to really break it down so that we don't have the massive 150 person day center, just because I think from experience, from what I've gotten from the history of Olympia, I don't think it's any surprise that when you have 150 individuals into a site, even if it's managed well, and from what I know and from who I know is involved, I know that management, good intentions are used, but it's going to be 150 individuals with their stuff, and it's going to be an eyesore on some level, right? So that's why one of my hopes was to really try to break it down from 40 here, look at our existing, what do we have within our current system, where we can lean on some satellite data. So I just want to know if the direction that you guys want to go would be to try to get that bold, and try to get that big number, because I think they're two very different things.
I'm fine with that number being flexible. My objective is to provide people, especially as we move into the cold months, the winter months, having people unhoused in freezing temperatures and pouring rain. We need an option for people to go to be safe during the day. So if your thought is having multiple satellite locations, and that's what you think in your profession is the best thing, then I would like to do that. I would also like to hear from the people in the community that are connected to folks that we're talking about and have experience working with them, if they think that is good too.
I'm agreeing with you. I've also heard from one of the risk providers about what happened in Spokane with Providence and the respite, and that funding source was actually able to be used beyond the respite is because it was $250 a bed per day, which is way more than what we actually have. So I would like to see some of that as well in there. That's one of the reasons I want the service providers at the table. It's an awesome idea. It's an alternative funding source for some of this. So I really like to hear from them as well. And I'm not an expert, but I do feel like we need to know.
And I'd say it's a lot of goal to have satellite. Our whole goal with all of the service, to have satellite services around the county, and within the power of Olympia, our city, and our ability to influence our partners that are next door to us. I would, back to the sort of, I think the fundamental piece of this conversation is back to that partner table, based on their experience over the last 2 winters. What's the number of people that we need to have a place for the community care center to be successful? And to me, that means keeping the community care center numbers as they are right now this summer. They're feeling like they have the room and space to be successful. And so we know those counts. And personally, I don't think that it's a one-to-one transfer from 80 people in camp or tiny houses to 80 people relief on the community care center or a day center on any day. I think we have those numbers and have, it's not ideal for anyone to be hanging out in a room full of 150 people. But if I would guess that we had the least complaints that we've ever had in the period that we had that operating. And the community care center was planned for that kind of a volume of people to be taken care of in another place. So I love the long-term goal of satellite, short-term this winter, whatever we can do as fast as we can do it to be able to provide people a place to stay during the day.
So, I'm sorry, Steve, just when I'm listening to my committee minutes, I'm feeling like, you know, in general, we like what you guys have come to your plan and want you to continue, especially if we can get two service providers on your design team. But I also, I feel like there's a lot of questions left up in the air about the day center and some of our first priorities to give a full stamp, I guess, right now. Again, we need some more input.
Well, I'm just saying, I mean, you're responding just the way we do every day, how we need to get going on storage, and this respite center idea has a lot of attraction, and we really should be working our partnership with church and nonprofits, so I need to bring you some options for staffing, I really need to provide some support to Amy and Colin on this. It's one of these situations where we need to work on everything at the same time, and I can't do it, that we not only, Colin, maybe there's been a lot of, repurposed a lot of staff, it's still not enough. I'll bring you some options about how we might put another body on board, at least for the next year, to supplement this work, because it all does feel very simultaneously, and we've seen staff, and these guys are doing a great job, but we're running out of capacity.
And I think that's great. I think right now, though, all we're asking for is to call out a cost and separate it and put.
Right.
And I wouldn't mind hearing both, your satellite idea.
I think that, yeah, that's a good, I think, reinforcement of the time hasn't allowed for this like we normally have, but the council's used to having options. And it's difficult in the crisis to get the best cooked plan we can get in the time that's available, and not have much else to react to. So I think that's our issue, but that's the motion we're experiencing.
And I would like to hear from Steve the options for another staff member, because I feel like these two are, one, doing a lot of work, but they're also the focus of a lot of angst from the council and the community. And I think, I don't know, I'd be interested to see what.
May I add one more thing about I appreciate your comments, Colin, about the number for the day center. I think you also start getting down to it being more manageable at a lower number. When you have 150 people, and we heard feedback about the warming center before. I think also citing becomes easier when you reduce that number down. Citing is not easy for the day center at all. It's very, very difficult. And then finding providers that can actually do those services also is more feasible if that number is lower. And I think as a huge proponent of and housing first and housing services, this is an issue that I'm very supportive of. I also think it's important for us to remember we can be reasoned about it and we can be thoughtful about it, and we can't solve all of it. So ideally, we talked about this regional approach, and I encourage anyone to contact their county commissioners and let them know how much they would love to have this regional support for housing services within our community. I think that we also need to be keeping in mind that it's okay to start small and to see success. And when we think about, that number, that magic number for the community care center in the winter, like if we can't get to that total number of 150, there are reasons that require us to go lower, that make more sense because of the eligibility and all these other factors that we're not aware of because that's not our subject area, but we should be open to that. And that also would help staff be able to make something happen. So that's the direction you're getting from me. If you've asked for direction, so or clarification on that question, if anyone wants to add to that.
So for the operational piece, I think that we have consensus to bring to council that we're ready to move forward on design of the nursery site. We have some operational questions around the Martin Way site, and I'm going to ask my colleagues to email those questions to Amy as soon as you can in detail, so that they can be compiled to make sure that they become part of the full council discussion. I don't want to have it twice if we can help it. That we have an expectation that any move forward on design involves partners and hopefully even homeless people on the design team. And then we need to see a little bit more work on fleshing out what the costs are or could be to sustain the partners and the outcomes of the community care center, and look at what the best fit for a rest stop model is for us right now.